Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CoROM Podcast. This is where academic medicine meets remote, austere, and resource-limited areas. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Aebhric O'Kelly. This week, we are with Robert Jędrych from Poland. He has been the forefront of prolonged field care learning in Central and Eastern Europe. And Robert, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, thank you, Aebhric. Hello.
So tell us a bit about yourself and what's keeping you busy.
Okay, my name is Robert Jędrych. I'm from 21 years. I'm paramedic. I have been involved in emergency medicine, tactical medicine, and medical training for many years. Mine areas are TCCC, TECC, PHTLS, and from the last year, Austere Emergency Care. And in simple terms, my work is about preparing people to work in the situation is difficult, it's far from ideal, and they are in big stress. I train medic, first responders, Polish army, Polish counter-terrorist units, Polish border guard, and our government units. What keep me busy right now is training, developing education program, and build a practical standard for the best teaching which we can give for this moment. For me, the goal is not just for someone to complete a course or receive a certificate. The real goal is for them to be able to make good decisions under pressure in real condition. Yeah, it's a little about me.
Nice. And a couple weeks ago, you attended the SOMSA conference for the first time. But we first met in Poland last year, and you set up the first Austere Emergency Care training program in Poland.
Yes.
And you've been running the AEC course for a year now. How is that going for you?
In my opinion, AEC is very important project for me because it's focused on areas that we often underestimated, and we stay with our patient in austere condition, and we don't have enough rapid evacuation. After 1 year of running the course, I can clearly see that there is real need for this kind of training. Our cursants come with strong medical knowledge or strong tactical experience, but AEC give for them some new skills, and they start understanding that AEC or prolonged field care, it's not only medicine, it's a lot of more skills like communication, like who of the team can be good leader, and how prepare a good team to work in hostile environment. This course is not only about procedure, it's about clinical thinking, prioritization, patient monitoring, documentation, decision making when conditions are far from perfect. For me, this course is very important because for 4 years we have war close to our country, and I think in this moment a lot of not only army medics but every civilian medics, it's very important to know some basics about PFC, yeah? Because I think if something bad happened in our country, it's very similar situation like in Ukraine.
Indeed. And you're seeing a lot of that conflict in Poland. You're having tons of people coming from wounded and non-wounded coming from Ukraine into Poland.
Yes, we have a lot casualty from Ukraine become here, and our medical health system give support for these people.
Nice. So, Robert, you started a training company in Poland. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I provide from 16 years, I provide Eaglement system, my training company, and we are certificate named center for TCCC, PHTLS, and TECC. And from last year, we are specialist medical standard certificate center to provide Austere Emergency Care course.
Nice. you run TCCC as a civilian organization, because isn't there a requirement from NAEMT to only allow military to teach TCCC? But you teach TCCC.
Yes, we teach CCC for civilian people because in last years in Poland start a lot of government support to train civilian people with basic combat medicine. Yeah, we provide TCC course, but it's not a certificate from NAMT. It's our company. It's only our company certificate, and we teach only. It's more similar like TECC, but not everybody in our country understand different between TECC or TCC, because if we speak about combat medicine, everybody knows what TCC is, not only combat medicine. Yeah, they don't know that for civilian people it's better to provide TECC. That's why they always ask or call for my company, and they're looking for TCC course, and we give only our company certificate. Because a lot of people from government units, it's not from military units, like civilian, like critical infrastructure units, and they don't understand that TCC is only for army. They looking for information in internet, combat medicine is TCC. Okay, we need to buy this course. Yeah.
Nice. This past week, we had an affiliate faculty from the NAMT here in Pretty Bay, and they were going through our AMLS and PHTLS programs, and they've given us approval to run them. And it was interesting that your comment was, well, this is something we talked about as well, the difference between TCCC and TECC, and there needs to be a development within NAMT for the TEC pathway, because at the moment there's just TECC, and that's the only thing that really is equal to the TCCC course, but there's nothing for CMC level within the TECC program. Is there a need, do you think, you've been running TECC for a while, do you think there's a need for a combat medic corpsman level for the civilians?
Yes, I think every civilian medic, paramedic, nurse, doctor in this situation needs some basic information about combat medicine. And if we are on the level of medical personnel, I think the good course is CMC. Of course, that can be CMC course, of course, without the first phase, like care under fire, because civilian medic, if he is in the care under fire, he must go somewhere to hide, yeah? And that's why I think it's good idea to prepare some special version or edition CMC course for civilian medics.
Yeah, that was the discussion that we had with the affiliate faculty from NAMT, that there hasn't been a movement in that direction yet. And are you seeing the same thing in Poland, that there needs to be more than just the TECC course?
Yes, I think I see the same situation, and because a lot of people, they understand they don't have enough knowledge about combat medicine, how to work in which zone and what type of equipment we need to provide professional help on the battlefield. Of course, a lot of people become to PHTLS and our CMC, and we provide some CMC version for civilian medics, but without certificate NAMT, yeah? And I think it's very good idea to prepare some type of this course. That can be the same course, the same program, of course, without this care under fire, this first phase when we have fire superiority, when we have fight tactics and a lot of combat elements, because they don't know this. But I think the idea about some, like we have TCC and TECC, and maybe it's good to prepare advanced TECC for like CMC or something like that.
I think there's a need for it, because if we are going to prepare the population for the risk of a coming conflict, they're not going to be taking TCCC. They're going to be in the civilian environment. So maybe having a technical emergency casualty care pathway like the TCCC does. So they have the 2-day TCCC, they have the 5-day combat lifesaver, and then the 63-hour combat medic corpsman, and then the brand new combat paramedic, which I believe is 4 months. So, and obviously in the civilian world, we have our paramedic. So we have that in place. What we don't have is the combat medic corpsman equivalent in TECC.
Yeah, I think it's very good idea, and I hope if you speak with affiliate faculty from the IMT about this, maybe they can start discuss about this course. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been in NAMT training center longer than we have. This is day 2 for our college, so you have a lot more experience on how that works, and you've run TECC, and we are still in the beginning process of that. So it'll be interesting to talk about that as we move forward.
Yeah, I think it's very, very important because I provide my company from 2010, and every civilian shooter, every police officer, and a lot of guys from army, they know only TCC course. Yeah, they know it's combat medicine is TCC. A lot of times when the people ask me, okay, I'm from civilian company, I need combat medicine, I want to join to TCC, and I told, okay, if you are not in army, maybe it's better you can join in tech. And a lot of answer is, what is tech? I don't know nothing about the tech. I think this is because TCC is better marketing in the market. Yeah, more people know this name of this course, and it's hard to change decision. Yeah, sometimes I can do this, of course, when the people they have time to explain what is different between this course and the second one, and they thinking, okay, you have right, Robert, it's better for me to join to tech. Yeah, because they don't, in my opinion, it's without sense to train civilian people in TCC because they don't know tactic. They don't know how to combat, how to shooting in tactical situation. And I think a lot of company, when provide this training in Poland, when they start scenario, okay, you have contact, now the contact is over and you have casualty. And this is type of scenario, a lot of scenario. And in my opinion, it's not TCC scenario, it's more tech, yeah? Because it's finished.
That's a valid point. So you've been running the AEC course, the Prolonged Field Care course from Specialized Medical Standards for a while now. And I would like to hear about your experiences with that and then how you see the Prolonged Field Care training affecting Poland, or how is the improvement from your training?
I think it's very important in this moment, like I told you. It's good because AC is certificate tool, yeah, like PHTLS, like TCC, and it's good because if every medics know this tool, if something happened and we talk about war, we can better cooperate with another medics with another country, yeah, and that's why I think we need to provide as more course as possible.
Yeah, I think you're right. And I'm delighted that you're pushing that forward in Poland. And looking at the medical training, the current tactical medical training, the austere medical training, what's missing? What do you think is needed in Poland for austere medicine?
I think the most important in as realistic scenario as possible, yeah, because we know that in classroom everything is clear. When we work on the mannequin, everything is clear. But when we start scenario and we have little stress, we give you little stress for our student, and they start having problem with easy procedure like tourniquet, wound packing. And I think the most important is building the skills step by step. First, always the most important, in my opinion, is always basic skills, like basic march. And after that, when we have very good fundament with basic tactical medicine, we can moving forward. And about medical skills, in my opinion, one of the most important thing is live tissue trauma training or cadaver training we can give better quality of every procedure. Yeah. About scenario, if we can use a lot of special effects, like smokes, like grenades, like some lights, like stroboscope, and with good role players, and we can prepare as realistic scenario as possible. I think this is very important.
I agree. It's not the same if you're doing a scenario with just a plastic mannequin in the classroom. You do need to get out and give some challenge to the students.
Yes, exactly. And I think most important thing is when we train AC or PFC, the people start understanding that they, after few hours of scenario, they are very tired. And I remember my first AC in Norway 2 years ago. We prepare a lot of equipment, medical equipment for our casualty. We prepare water and eat for our casualty, and I forgot something to eat for me. And it's very cold in December, and after 4 or 5 years I'm really tired, and I feel that I need some sugar, yeah, to my brain, because he starts working slowly. Yeah, this is very important, and for me it's very good experience. Yeah, because for every training, every scenario, we have some information about what our students feel, what they have problem, what is most important for them, and we have good feedback for our role players, because if every scenario they have, I have problem because somebody give me too much pressure here, or I have pain for here because the part of stretchers give me pressure on my back.
Yep, that's part of prolonged field care.
Yeah.
Robert, you attended the Special Operations Medical Association conference earlier this month. How was that experience for you?
For me, it's very, very, very good experience, and I appreciate that I can be there. Last year, I was in CMC in Germany, and here it's a lot of new people from around the world. I meet with a lot of people, which one I have some contact, but it's only for internet contact like LinkedIn or email or Instagram. And now we can speak face to face. It's a lot of honor to me, and it's very nice because a lot of these guys, they know my company. When I told that I'm from Poland, from Eagle Med System, they know our logo, they know our name. Very nice. Doesn't mean our marketing is good, and doesn't mean we have good opinion about our training. It's a lot of new equipment, which one I can observe. I bring for Poland some contacts to buy, or the company can send us for free for one hemostatic or one suck device or something. Yeah, I'm waiting for this now. It's amazing event. Yeah, it's first time, but I hope not last time in the United States, but because I think maybe I can go there too to go to next some better or more advanced courses. Yeah.
Nice. Yep. So what is your 5-year plan, Robert? What are you planning to do with your company, and what are you planning to do to expand or change or push evidence-based medicine forward?
My 5-year plan is to continue developing tactical medicine as best as we can. Of course, now we can add prolonged field care training in Poland. We prepare to start building our training center, waiting for decision and permission to start building. I would like to help build a stronger community of instructors and practitioners, people who do not only teach procedures, but who really understand the philosophy of operating in difficult environments. I want to develop courses that are practical, demanding, and based of current knowledge, but also on real operational experience. And I'm thinking about start some international cooperation because it's very important to me. And Poland has a unique position today. We are close to war in Ukraine. We see its consequences, and we have contact with people who bring back real experience, and that gives us a responsibility. And I would like you to take this lesson and turn them into better training, better preparation, and better systems. And in 5 years, I would like to see a more connected, more professional, and more prepared tactical medicine community in Poland and our region. And I hope we can bring for Poland a lot of good specialists around the world.
That is a good plan to lay down, and I look forward to seeing that. Robert, my final question for you is this. What advice do you have for the new medic, the new nurse, the new doctor who is just starting out in their career in austere medicine?
My first advice would be master of basic, of course, because
Nice.
a lot of people thinking about very advanced medicine, very advanced prolonged field care, and a lot of people forget about the basics. Last year I entered for 2 or 3 tactical paramedic challenge, and we do only very easy case with junctional hemorrhage, and on the last challenge I prepare trauma brain injury. It's a lot of complicated for this team. That's why we focus it only on basic march protocol, In austere medicine, the most complicated procedure is not always what saves the patient. Very often, what matters most is strong understanding of philosophy, patient assessment. Second, stay humble. Austere medicine quickly teach you that nobody knows everything. A doctor, nurse, a medic, an operator, and driver. Each person may hold an important piece of the puzzle. The sooner we learn to listen to each other and work as a team, the better is for the patient. And finally, do not romanticize this work. Austere medicine can be hard, dirty, exhausting, and mentally demanding, but it's also extremely important. If you keep learning, study humble, train seriously, and remember that patient is always at the center of everything we do.
Robert, that is great advice, and I really appreciate you taking the time today to join us as a guest and to be on our podcast. And I look forward to again meeting you in some very interesting location.
Thank you very much, Aebhric. It's always for me and my team to honor to give for you some support, and it's very honor to us to we can cooperate and we can provide good medicine in our country and I hope around the world.
This has been a presentation from the College of Remote and Offshore Medicine. If you would like to earn CPD credits for this podcast, you can join the Council of Members. Being a member of the college gives you free CPD credit, free access to our virtual field guide, and discounts on our e-learning courses. You can join the team on our college website at corom.edu.mt.